Good morning everybody, welcome to Sunday the 9th of January 2022. We've got quite a big astrological day today. The moon is going to be in Aries all day, so we very much put ourselves at the centre of everything. It's also the waxing half moon, so within the lunar cycle it's like we're coming out of the subconscious and into the conscious. We're coming into the light half of the moon month. Also, big news today is that the Sun is going to conjunct Venus in Capricorn, and when that happens, that's known as a Venus star point or a Venus return, and it allows us to shine a light on our values, and we can question, is this who I am now? And if it isn't, then sort of we can adventure in to see sort of who we are and make changes as we feel we need to, but it's a big point within this Venus retrograde cycle. So later on in the day then, the moon is going to square the Sun and Venus, so there could be raw emotions coming up about what's uncovered during the Sun-Venus conjunction, and that could be especially so because the moon's going to trine Mars in Sagittarius, and where there could be conflict or sort of aggression with the Mars energy. It is best to aim for the highest vibration of Mars in Sagittarius and aim for the stars. What intentions and goals do you want to align with your passion? The moon will also sextile Saturn, so while we're aiming for the stars, we also want to ground and commit ourselves to that highest vibration of who we are becoming. So that's today's astrology. All astrology is GMT from UK time, because that's where I'm based. So let's have a look at the cards and see what they have to say about the day. So we're going to do Wisdom of the Oracle for overall theme of energies for the day and advice, and then we'll do some tarot to sort of look closer at the planetary energies. So what do we need to know for today, the 9th of January 2022? Messages from Spirit for the collective, please. This reading going out and connecting to everybody and anybody who would find it useful and helpful in their lives. Oh, bit of an itchy nose. What do we need to know for today, the 9th of January 2022? Messages from Spirit for the collective, please. One more. Okay. Little hum there. Okay, so at the bottom we have all that glitters. And I just got the message popping into my head of beware of false gods and false idols. Okay, that could be a message for somebody. And then we have to the sea. And serendipity. Okay, so what I'm getting is not being taken in by all the shiny things. Not being overly materialistic. This I think is important because of the conjunction between the Sun and Venus happening in Capricorn. So we're shining a light on our values around love and around money, and who we are in our values at our core identity. So examining sort of where we might have values that might not support us, or what's the word I was looking for, or sustain us and be for our highest and greatest good, then maybe that is what we're uncovering today. With what we find out, we're going to go to the sea. Okay, set sail for new horizons. This could be connected to the moon trine Mars. From what we uncover, we might come up with new intentions or new goals to work towards, and we set sail towards those. This could be, because of all the blue in the colour in the card and the water, this could be between now and the full moon in Cancer, which is on the 17th of January. Which, between the new moon that we've just had and this coming full moon, we're sort of making our plans. What is it that we want to build this year? And so just going and setting sail to explore those energies. And then the last card, Serendipity, come into peace. And these two cards together, I see as very peaceful energies. The still flat sea in the go to the sea, and then serendipity, being at peace within ourselves, and just seeing sort of where we're led, where we're going. Just have a look at the eyes of those two. Okay, also in both these cards there's like faces in the background. In this card the eyes are looking down at the pile of gold, being distracted by everything that glitters, whereas this face looks to be looking ahead and just really calm and peaceful, and in a place of serendipity and sereneness. Okay, so that's the oracle cards. Let's see what the tarot says. I thought I would use the Wild Unknown deck today, just because we're bringing sort of what's been in darkness into the light with the waxing half moon, and also the Sun-Venus conjunction and the moon squaring the conjunction. So yeah, it's like bringing into the light of day what's going on and what we need to know. So what do we need to know for today, the 9th of January 2022? Messages from Spirit for the collective. Okay, the other thing that's just jumping out to me in this all the glitters cards is the mask. And sort of masks can be the masks that we wear or the masks that other people wear. But masks for me are always a symbol of not showing your authentic self for whatever reasons, or other people not showing their authentic self to you. So yeah, messages of just not being taken in by the shiny things. Okay, so let's see sort of what advice or what we need to know from the tarot. Okay, so at the centre we've got Temperance. This theme of balance has been sort of at the forefront for the last few days. Then we've got Justice. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Father of Wands. We have the Father of Pentacles. I think yesterday we had the two princes, didn't we, of the two knights. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Mother of Swords. And we have Death. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. And we have the Daughter of Pentacles. and the Son of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so this spread I do is what I call, it's a planetary spread with each card representing one of the personal planets plus Jupiter and Saturn, because that's sort of what's working for us and what's holding us back. Okay, so where we find ourselves, we've got Temperance. This came up yesterday in the position of Mercury, about finding our balance, balancing our fire and water, balancing our masculine and feminine, and bringing everything together within us in the centre. Getting the colours remind me of the colours in these two cards, all the blues and the greens, and then against the pinks and orangey yellows and reds. So definitely this ongoing theme of finding balance within ourselves. Okay, the Moon card, what's coming up from the subconscious, our emotions, our intuition. We've got Justice, and again in this card we've got the opposites. We've got the black and the white cat here, the yin and yang, masculine and feminine, the opposites coming together. In the Justice card you often see the scales being balanced, and that is the theme or the energy of bringing things into balance. We need to be in balance before we can step forward. If we're not in balance, then it's easy for us to be knocked off and knocked over. Okay, so this theme of balance and justice and truth as well, the sword hanging down, cutting away all that is not true, all that glitters, all the distractions. The Mercury card, so Mercury is about information and communication and the details, and we've got the Two of Swords here. We can't see our way forward yet, and until we're clear and we're in balance and we can see our way, then we don't know which direction to go in. Also within this card as well, the light of the sun is being blocked out. It's an eclipse, and it's, again, being in the dark, of not seeing the path forward yet. The Venus card, so Venus, said before, our values around love and money, relationships, beauty, harmony, pleasure and enjoyment in life. We have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is really being stood in your power of fire. The power of Mars is what I'm getting here as well, with the moon trining Mars. So finding, connecting to our Martian energy. Okay, and also we've got the lightning in the card here, which is reminding me of our overall energies for the week. This thunder, this clearing away the old, getting clarity. The Sun card, which is our identity, our core identity, core vitality and inner strength. We have the King of Pentacles, and this is making me think of the moon sextiling Saturn, and really grounding ourselves down with firm foundations into the 3D, having these new inspirations and ideas and this power coming up, but also deeply rooted and grounded. The Mars card, which is about taking action, It's about our will and our drive and our determination, and creativity. We have the Eight of Cups, moving away from that which has been broken, and is no longer of use to us. Can be setting out on a spiritual journey, but just leaving behind that which is broken. The Jupiter card. So Jupiter, about good luck and good fortune, expansiveness, justice and freedom, and higher ideals and beliefs and things. We've got the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and in this card we've got this wise owl, who sees everything and just is very receptive to her clarity and clear-mindedness, and doesn't suffer fools kindly. Okay. In the Saturn position, what's holding us back? Restrictions, obstacles, time, responsibilities, commitments. We have the Death card. So there may be something that you don't want to let go of. You may be holding on to something which really is broken, and it's time to let go of. The cards that came out at the bottom of the deck. So first of all, we had the Chariot, and the Chariot is about sort of riding to victory, overcoming sort of what has been holding us back. We have a horse here. It's got horses are power animals. It's got the pentacle round its neck. On its third eye, it's got the crescent moon, and above its head, it's got the full moon. Again, what I was saying, between now and the full moon, this may be uncovered, and clarity coming through. It may be until the end of the month, beginning of February, because we're in this Venus retrograde, and from the 14th we also have a Mercury retrograde. Venus goes direct on the 29th of January, and Mercury will go direct on the 4th of February. Also, just at the full moon, or just after the full moon, we will also have Uranus stationing direct to go forward. So definitely, I think by the time we get to full moon, these energies changing, and more light being shone, and more clarity, and being able to be looking at what we want to take forward. Then we had the Daughter of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, being open and prepared to learn something new about ourselves, new way of doing something, about new values around love, around money. Okay, then we had the Son of Wands. The Knight of Wands came up yesterday. This is the inspiration and the passion and the drive and the will that will carry us forward once we say yes to learning what we need to learn, once we let go of what is old and outworn. And then the last card, again with the Sun and the Moon on, we had the Seven of Cups, which can be illusion or delusion. It can be multiple pathways that we're not sure which one to take. It can be about being caught off guard in the illusion of all that glitters. So really, not racing out, not being drawn into immediate, intense movement and things. Remembering to stay in this peace, being taken to where we need to go from a heart-centered consciousness of serendipity, And in this card, it's 4-leaf clover, but each leaf on the clover looks like a heart, green and pink heart. So messages to come from the heart and be heart-centered rather than the ego. Yellow, colour of the solar plexus. Unhealed solar plexus can be the ego. So making sure that we're not being ego driven. Okay, so that's the cards for today. I hope you found this reading interesting and resonating with you. If it did, then please like, share and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a personal reading from me, which I use all my decks that you see me doing the readings with, plus other decks, enlightenment decks, mirror cards, conspiracy cards, etc., for a much deeper reading, then please contact me at the email address below this video and we can arrange a reading for you. Thank you for watching. It's much appreciated. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.